Fight fans, buckle up! Belal Muhammad isn't tiptoeing back into the picture, he's storming the door, fresh off losing his belt to Jack Della Maddalena in May. Remember the name, accepted the exact matchup Ian Machado Garry kept tweeting for, and he's treating their November 22 co-main at UFC Qatar like the line to the throne. His message to Garry wasn't subtle. You talked, you begged, you pleaded, we obliged. November 22nd, Ian Garry, I'm going to see you in Qatar. Let's see if you back up all the talk. Belal's framing isn't just bluster, it's leverage. With JDM set to defend against Islam Makhachev on November 15, the winner in Qatar has a clean runway to call next. Garry, who rebounded from his first loss by outpointing Carlos Pratis in Kansas City, showed bite in the clinch and composure late, even when Pratis had him wobbled in the closing seconds. Belal sees the wobble as a blueprint. We've already seen you on the ground, but in the air, close to being broken. When I'm in there with you, I'm going to beat you up. He's also selling activity as virtue. All these other guys want to wait. Me and Ian are ready to fight. I think it's the number. One contender fight. If Garry's exit footwork and counters punish over pursuit, this becomes a chess match of real estate. If Belal corrals him and stacks rounds, he's right back where he says he belongs. Either way, it's the rare co-main that moves the division the second Bruce Buffer exhales. Who you got in Qatar? Belal's grind or Garry's slick counters? Drop your pick in the comments, then smash subscribe so you don't miss Fight Week updates. Mikey Musumeci keeps his crown with a signature squeeze. UFC BJJ 3 opened the trap door and Mikey Musumeci dropped his opponent straight through it. Defending his bantamweight strap against Kevin Carrasco, Mikey did the most Mikey thing possible. Bounce Karate Kid style, pull guard on his terms, and hunt the leg like it owed him money.
Leg, he's out. Para na foot, caralho, para na foot. Go foot, yes.
To the neck, yes. That's it.
Carrasco tried to disengage, but once Musumeci relatched, it was academic. Mikey lock, tap, title retained. That's why he hasn't tasted defeat since 2021. UFC 320 is a two-title pressure cooker. Top of the marquee, Pereira Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira 2 for the light heavyweight crown. Their first meeting at UFC 313 was short on chaos and long on control. Ankalaev won a clean unanimous decision, which turned the rematch into a referendum. Beneath them, Merab Dvalishvili hunts a third straight bantamweight defense against Cory Sandhagen, a study in menace versus finesse, gas tank versus geometry. Merab hasn't lost in 13, which reads like a dare on paper. Cory's 4 wins in 5 include the kind of surgical violence that flips around on one elbow. Together, they're the night's heartbeat before the big men march. No chama and nothing but smoke. Ankalaev versus Pereira gets personal in Vegas. At the 320 presser, the crowd booed Ankalaev like it was a sport.
And now I'm here. I'm going to put a stamp on this on Saturday, beat him again, and then all the questions will be answered.
Eu tava no meu pior dia, e foi isso que ele conseguiu fazer.
I was on my worst day, and that's all he could do.
No sábado, o empresário dele não vai estar para ajudar.
Я сделал с тобой все, что захотел. То, что я хотел, я сделал с тобой. Что еще нужно было сделать?
Sábado, o seu empresário não vai estar para te ajudar.
I did
On
to you
Saturday, your
whatever I
manager won't
wanted
be
to
there to
do. There was nothing else I could do.
Ну хорошо, я как раз хочу доказать. Хочу доказать всем, что вот ты же говоришь, что ты сейчас готов. Давайте сделаем это. Я нападу на тебя вот как ненормальный. Мы это увидим.
Hey, the good thing is you're ready now, so we're gonna see on Saturday. Don't say you...
On Saturday, your manager won't be there to help you.
Chama!
Шама уже давно потушили. No шама.
Mentiroso.
Liar.
There is no more Shama. We killed it.
He didn't flinch. Them booing me doesn't mean they don't like me. I keep beating their favorite fighters and they're just mad. Pereira jabbed back with the line that made everyone sit up. I was on my worst day and that's all he could do? And Ankalaev swatted it away. I did whatever I wanted to do. You're ready now, so we're going to see on Saturday. The back and forth is more than theater. Pereira accuses Ankalaev of hiding at the UFC PI and outsourcing his online voice to Ali Abdelaziz. Ankalaev calls it fiction and says every tweet is a conversation he signs off on. When Poatan fired the trademark Chama, Ankalaev buried it. There is no more Chama. We killed it. Strip the noise and we're left with a stark promise from both. Pereira insists that the version we saw in March was the floor, not the ceiling. Ankalaev promises a stamp that pushes Pereira out of 205 for good. Face-off focus, fewer words, sharper edges. Merab versus Cory, spice at the mic, steel in the cage. Then there's the co-main, which found its own heat at the microphones. Merab, riding the swagger of a champ who weaponizes pace, reached for a low blow at the presser, clowning Sandhagen with an off-color OnlyFans dig about showing too much.
So, I'm the GOAT, I'm the champion, and I will prove it again.
Not happening, Merab. Not happening.
I'll show you.
You wrestled all of those guys. You shot 60 times on Merab.
Shut up, bro. You are selling your balls picture on OnlyFans. How dare you, how you talk to me? And
I made $2 million. I made $2 million with that.
I saw those pictures. Your balls very small.
They are kind of small. You're right, Merab.
Yeah, I have Georgian balls.
Cory didn't take the bait. He treated it like lint on his sleeve and kept the talk where he likes it. Choices, angles, elbows. That contrast is what we'll watch on Fight Night. If Merab's 90% striking comment is a true tell, he's daring Cory to snipe while betting his volume and chin carry the day. If it's a feint, expect level changes to arrive the second Cory finds rhythm. Sandhagen's game punishes lazy entries with knees and surgical elbows. Merab's answer is to make laziness impossible by turning every second into a sprint. The presser proved one thing: you can throw jokes at Cory, but he only packs what he needs for the fight. Conor McGregor versus Mike Perry in HR. Across the river in New Jersey, BKFC 82 looked less like a standard presser and more like a quarterly review with fists. Conor McGregor, star, part owner, and tonight's blunt instrument, told Mike Perry that his King of Violence belt won't buy him job security. If you don't perform, you're gone. Perry, who's facing Jeremy Stevens in the main event, pushed back hard. He's carried this whole thing, he said, and if he wins, he wants the bag that fits his shoulders, be it Dylan Dennis, a global headliner, or a world title shot. Conor didn't budge. Win, and you fight for a real world title. Lose, and you can go chase Mickey Mouse exhibitions.
Or how about me and Conor at the White House? You need to fight an American who can win.
Your next fight, if you get through this, has got to be for a world title. You should be climbing for a world title here in this organization. Not trying to piggyback around and do this bullshit. No one cares.
World title.
No one cares about this sort of bullshit.
Who cares about that bum that I knocked out twice? Obviously nobody.
Listen,
he's nobody.
He's the middleweight world champion, and you're a fucking. You're just. We made you.
I'll beat him again. I've already said.
Who made you can break you. Who made you can break you. Who built you can kill you. You're fighting for the world title if you get through this. That's how straight. Otherwise, you're fucking nothing. And if you don't perform,
we'll
you're
see
gone.
How that goes.
If you
just
don't
like
perform,
you
can go and do all these Mickey Mouse fights that no one gives a fuck about. That'll generate nothing, and we won't give a fuck here at Bare Knuckle.
He even mapped real risk. Stevens' shots plus Perry's stance and reactions equal danger. In between jabs, they accidentally wrote a case study in modern fight economics. Identity sells, sure, but champions, even in bare knuckle, are still the cleanest path to permanence. And Conor, ever the central sun, made sure everyone remembered who controls the light switch. From Doha to the desert to the Prudential Center, the week handed us clarity wrapped in conflict. Belal versus Garry is a real eliminator with real consequences. Musumeci remains a human bear trap who makes world-class opponents look like interns in a leg lock lab. Ankalaev Pereira is the kind of sequel that should not need a trailer, but gave us one anyway with no chama and a PI dust up. Merab and Cory showed you can talk slick or talk shop, only the cage will decide which language scores better. And Conor reminded every fighter flirting with brand overbelt that somewhere an owner is keeping score. Tell me your locks for UFC 320 and Qatar, who levels up, who falls back, and why. Then hit subscribe and ring the bell. Post-fight breakdowns and backstage fallout are next.